week, and they'll be going to Disney World. They have an invitation to the World Championships in Disney World or to the Nationals. But want to open up with this little tune. I got a star on my car and one on my chest, a gun on my hip and the right to arrest. I'm the guy who's the boss on this highway. Oh, watch out what you're doing when you're driving my way. If you break the law, you hear from me, I know. I'm working for the state. I'm the highway patrol. But this is a hat, cowboy hat, that some good friends of mine gave me. Kara Carter Hussey and her husband Donnie. They live in the Goshen community, specifically in the Elam Rogers area of Pike County, and want to wish them well. My wife Jody took them some supper tonight. Want to wish her mother, Miss Irene. I want to say hello to Miss Irene and all those folks in Goshen. Larry Snyder, Keith and Linda Snyder, Watson and Kate Kaiser, and Royce and Jane Stroud, and Mr. Raymond and Miss Agnes, and all our friends and family in Goshen, Little Oak, and Henderson. That's where I grew up, but wanted to thank our sponsors again. First of all, when I first started this show about 7 months ago, I went to Troy Paint and Body. The owners are Dawn and Derek Broadway. You can call them at 670-9699. They're located on South Brunya Street. We meet by accident is their motto. Also want to thank Ryan Dartery with Chimney Hot Sauces. You can order hot sauces at www.chimneysauce.com. They have Ghost, Rock, and Jalapeno type of seasoning. I want to thank the Pike Farmers Co-op, located in Goshen and Troy. See Danny Durrell, the manager at Goshen, and Jeffrey Barron, the assistant manager, who's located in Troy. I walked in Friday night. Rode with Dan Smith to a ball game as Charles Hudson played Brantley. They have fresh peanuts for sale there in Goshen and in Troy. And you can get these peanuts here. The Alabama Peanut Producers Association puts out honey roasted and different types of peanuts. Great gift. They have all kinds of stuff that you can get there at the co-op. I want to thank Jason Gregory and Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Troy, located on US 231 Golden Boy. They did some special packaging for the Peanut Butter Festival in Brunnage this past week, and it was a very successful event. I want to thank Brian McDaniels and Lawrence Bowden and all their staff for having us in the parade, and we had a good time. I want to thank Pond Stalker 2. They have a new product out called a Pond Buddy that can fertilize your ponds and lakes. Of course, Campbell's Produce is shut down now. They usually have it during the summertime. I want to thank Miss Diane and Mr. Buck for being a sponsor. Kelly's Tires, located on Love Street. Go see Rex and Nail for all your tire needs, mufflers, brakes. Southern Grill and Patio. The Hartley Brothers, Chase and Daniel, they're located on North 3 Street. In the same building as Town and Country. They sell these, they have this Bordeaux hot sauce. It's Bordeaux natural seasoning. It's not hot, but it's all natural flavors, no fructose, corn syrup. But they have like 4 different varieties that you can get at Southern Grill and Patio. And my wife and daughter surprised me with a nice birthday gift the other day with a nice grill from Southern Grill and Patio. Also, the Old Barn Restaurant, Miss Amy Chandler and her staff, call 484-3200. They're open on Thursday night, Friday nights, and Saturday night. They're open for Sunday dinner. They open up about 10:30 on Sunday to about 2. And I want to thank Wallace Pump and Supply, located on US 231 South, Chip and Cott, for all your plumbing needs there. And also Shear Qualls, with Douglas Brothers. They've been in business for 150 years here in Troy, Alabama. And Mr. Joe Watson and the Deli Girls, located right there at the corner, also in downtown Troy. Whaley Pecans. I usually stop in there and buy gift baskets all the time. They have a beautiful shop. You can go online. I want to thank Mr. Bob and Miss Mary and all and their girls for what they do for this show and being a sponsor. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to have Mr. Junior, I call him Louisall, but I think it's Louis Saint, but he's from Miami. He's a former Troy University football player, and we'll be back after these messages.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers. Protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Attention! Attention! PremierTroy.com. We want your trade. We'll buy your car. Whether you purchase a vehicle from us or not, pre-owned car values are at an all-time high. Trade your car for cash or a newer vehicle. It's your choice. Premier wants your car. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody!
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
Brundage Building Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. PPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
Where should you go to find the best deals on a vehicle? Anywhere, anytime? PremierTroy.com. Shop our huge selection. PremierTroy.com. Pick your next vehicle. Pick your payment. Yes. Shop, save, and buy. PremierTroy.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Welcome back to Good News and Interviews with Forrest Lee. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Junior Louis Saint with us. Thank you, Junior.
Thank you for having me.
And on behalf of Good News and Interviews, and these are fresh, raw peanuts that I bought at the Pike Farmers Co-op located on the Luverne Highway. They got them in Goshen, Alabama, but they were out in Troy for a long time, but these are this year's crop. And I want to give you a bag of raw peanuts, and
thank
maybe
you.
you can find somebody to cook them like you want them. And I want to thank you for being on the show.
Yes, sir.
Well, Junior, I guess the first time I saw you was was it a Thursday night when we played Missouri?
Yes, the Thursday
night, and were we down like 14-0 at one time? We were
14-0 first quarter.
Yeah, and then
yes,
all of a sudden I see somebody run, and that was DeWitt Pedersen.
Yes, sir.
And the ball popped up in the air, and then the next thing I know, this big old Cadillac's running down the field, and somebody, did you throw a shoe?
No, I didn't throw a shoe.
I thought somebody's shoe come off.
Might have been Pedersen's shoe.
But anyway, I thought I saw a shoe fly up, and but you ran for a touchdown. You picked up the ball, hit you right in the hands, and nobody could catch you, and that was a heck of a play, one of the best plays in Troy University history. You wore number 79. Well, Junior, if you will, tell us, where you grew up and how you found Troy.
Well, I'm originally from Miami, Florida. I was born in Miami, raised, and my family are from Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Okay. So we migrated over to the United States. Last year I was born in Miami, went back to Haiti. By the age of 10 years old, I came back to the U.S., and I've been here ever since.
Yeah. Were you born in Haiti?
I was born in Miami.
In Miami, but y'all went back to Haiti.
Went back to Haiti.
And lived there for a few years.
For a few years.
Well, have you been back to Haiti since?
It's been about 7 years since I've been back. My father still lives there.
Okay.
In Haiti.
Now, how do you pronounce your last name, the correct pronunciation?
It's Louis Saint.
Louis Saint.
Yes,
Is that French?
It's French.
It's French. All right. Your mother, is your mother still?
She's my mother lives in Miami, Florida. Also my sister, and my brother's in Tampa, Florida.
Okay, so there were three.
There's the three of us. Yes,
Three of us. Okay, and well, you played high school ball at what high school?
In North Miami Senior High School in Miami, Florida.
Okay. Well, how did Troy find you? What was your path after high school?
After high school, I was not highly recruited. If anybody knew anything about Florida back in 2000, there were no prep schools, there were no junior colleges in Florida. So it's either Division I, University of Miami, Florida, Florida State, but there's nothing at all. Just so happened one of my cousins went to junior college in California, and he contacted me. So I flew to California to West Hills Community College, which is about 45 minutes from Fresno, California.
Okay. Now, where was he from? Miami?
He was from Miami also.
Now, what's his name?
His name was Jean Pierre.
Jean Pierre.
Yes, sir.
And he's French too.
He is. He's Haitian also.
So now, how did Troy find y'all in California? Did he end up playing ball somewhere else?
No, he ended up not playing ball anywhere else. He didn't receive a scholarship to go play to further college career. But Coach Ricky Logo.
Ricky Logo.
I'm
gonna write that down. Ricky.
Coach Ricky Logo was a former Troy defensive line coach, and if you notice, he's a Samoan. And there's a lot of Samoans in California, and that was the area that he recruited from, which is California. That's where I was at. So he contacted me, and it was between Troy and there's a few teams that I received a scholarship from, but later on switched coaches and ended up dropping me. Mm-hmm. So it was down to San Jose State and Troy State then.
Troy State.
So so I decided to choose Troy State.
Yeah. Now, who were some of the players that were the Troy players that you? So you had 2 years at Troy?
2 years, 2003 and 4 season.
Okay. Who was the quarterback then?
We had two quarterbacks, Eric Lee and D.T. McDowell.
Okay.
And some of the few guys that I was there when I was there was, of course, Bedison and DeMarcus Ware and those guys.
Okay. Now, was the head coach Coach Blakeney?
Yes.
Larry Blakeney?
Yes.
And so was there much of a culture shock from Miami to California for you?
Definitely was, because it wasn't in a major city part. The school was like in a small town.
Okay.
You wouldn't believe, but it was way smaller than Detroit.
Okay.
So it was just one of those places in the middle of the mountains. Okay. There's only one store, a gas station, and there's nothing, there's no way possible you get in trouble.
And then from there, Troy was another culture shock, I imagine.
Yes, definitely.
But did you feel like you're a little bit closer to home, so did that help you a little bit, maybe?
Definitely was. Especially there was some couple guys there from Florida. Actually, there were a few guys there from Miami also that I didn't know then, but I knew just by coming to school here. So it was a great experience. I had a great visit. Dewey Bedison, actually, he was my host that day, and it was during the spring. It was cold. I had a second thought with how cold it was when I came to my visit, but I made the right choice.
Right. Well, let's see. Now, did your degree at Troy, what did you study at Troy?
I study in health.
In health.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, after you graduated from Troy, what was your path then professionally?
After I graduated from Troy, I had a private workout with Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Which went pretty well. They contacted me the day of the draft and said that there's a good possibility that would have picked me up as a free agent, and that was the last I heard from them. So I had to fall back on my degree. I went in. I was teaching at Pike County High School for a little while. Then I decided to go play arena football. I gave that a try. But before the arena football, I went to Canada, to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers down in Winnipeg in Canada. Played there for a few months. That didn't work out. Did 2 years in the arena. And from then on, I came back, started teaching and coaching.
Okay, now, when you first went arena, what town were you in arena football?
My first year was actually in Lakeland, Florida.
Lakeland,
Florida.
And then you went to Winnipeg. Was that cold up there? Did y'all play indoors or outdoors?
Winnipeg was actually it wasn't the indoor in Winnipeg.
Okay.
It was actually the Canadian Football
League.
Yes.
Okay.
So which is I want to say it's a little bit different than American football. Instead of 3 downs, you get 2 downs to get a first down.
Right, and you get a running start if you're
get
on
a,
offense.
You get a running start.
And you got 20-yard end zones too.
Yes.
I think maybe. Yeah.
So it was real big. So it's actually I reported to camp in June, and from June to the end of July, it rained every day, and it was about 30 degrees.
Wow.
So,
Now, so from there you came back to arena football for a year or two. You
Yeah,
said. Now,
for
where
2
was
years.
that? Was that back in Lakeland?
I was in Lakeland, Florida, and I went to Huntington, West Virginia for a year.
Okay.
That actually the same year I went to Huntington, West Virginia, the program got canceled there, and I ended up in Florence, South Carolina.
Okay. Now, your age at that time was getting to be 24, 20.
I was probably around 23, 22, 23.
Okay, so when you came back to Pike County,
Yes, sir.
and you taught at Pike County High, and you did that
I did that for 3 years.
and you coached what sports there?
I did football and girls basketball.
Okay. And now you're, and if you don't mind me asking, where do you work now, like 8 to 5? What's your...
Right now I do a private security for a family here in
Okay,
Troy.
okay. Now, you work with Troy University.
I do.
And with the sports radio.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell us about that. Who are the guys? I know who they are, but I don't want to let you say their names. So that's some good coverage of Troy football. I love how y'all talk on the radio.
Yes, definitely, there's some good guys. You know, some of the best in the business. You know, I put them on top of with everybody else. You know, they compete with Barry McKnight and Jerry Midler, and those guys, man. They're the best of the best, and they've helped me out so much throughout the process of being there.
So the typical day, and you travel, y'all travel, and so do y'all ride with the team, or do y'all fly separately, or do y'all go ahead of time?
We fly with the team also.
Okay.
We fly with the team.
And then y'all do your notes and all that probably
Yes.
ahead of time, and that typical day, like y'all left. Did y'all leave Wednesday or Thursday for
the Thursday night game.
Coastal Carolina?
We left on a Wednesday.
They left-
We always leave the day before.
Okay.
The day before the game.
Now, what's a typical day when you go away? What, like that morning? What do y'all do when y'all get up?
No, the day of the game.
As far as preparation.
Preparation for the game mainly. Majority of the time, I know for Barry himself, he normally has all his notes already ready to go for the game. So we actually the first, other than the equipment guys, we the first to actually leave the hotel and head to the stadium that morning or the afternoon. It all depends on what time the game starts. So we get there, get all the equipment put together and everything, and our shows normally starts 2 hours prior to kickoff.
Okay.
So we have to get the show kickoff and everything like that. And so by then, you know, you have Jerry doing his notes, I have to do my notes, and it's just one of those easy. They have made it so comfortable and so much easy, you know, for me. I just follow their lead.
Right. Now, when you're doing that pregame, are you on the sidelines or are you up there with them?
Sometimes I'm up there with them. Majority of the time I'm up top with Barry and Jerry. But there's a few times here and there I might be down there on the field.
So whenever the game starts, are you on the field or are you up there with them?
I'm on the field.
You're on the field. Excuse me. Now, you're on Troy's side of the field.
Yes.
At home and away.
Yes.
And you, like if something's going in the game, you might say, hey, this is what we're seeing down here on the sidelines. And but like before the game starts, you're really down there about 30 minutes before kickoff.
Yes.
And then are you allowed access on the field while they're kind of warming up, or you just kind of stay out of the way and just let them?
I have access all throughout the locker room, throughout the field. So even I want to say when the pandemic started, they kind of shielded us away from a lot of being around the players. But this past season, actually this season, everything is all open. Everything's good to go.
Right. Now, during, say at halftime, do you speak with the coach or any of the coaches?
I do.
Live, and they know ahead of time that.
Yes.
And you've probably got 2 or 3 questions already wrote down or know that you want to ask them, and you normally talk with Coach
Chip. I normally talk to the head coach going in. You might have 3 questions, but you're only going to get
right.
one. I
got you, but you know what?
Yes.
Based upon how the game's going,
definitely,
and
so,
what to ask, what not to ask. But you don't talk to them before the game. It's just at halftime.
It's just at halftime and the post game after the game.
Okay. And you lead that, or does Jerry come down, or one of the guys?
Normally at halftime, I'll just lead. They'll just throw it down to me as the quarter ends.
Okay.
And it all depends. Sometimes coach might walk. Sometimes he might be sprinting to the locker room. So I have to
So you have to.
So I have to catch it some way.
Right. Now, are you fluent in what languages besides English? Can you still speak French, or did you grow up speaking French?
My first language was actually French.
Okay.
French and Creole, which is a broken French.
Okay.
When I came back to the U.S., I learned English, and I kind of got away from the French part of it. I could understand a little bit. I used to be fluent with it, write it and all, know how to spell everything, but not right now, though.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. What are some of your favorite memories as a student at Troy University? Of course, I know the play, but
Yeah.
I mean, what are some things that you, looking back of your time here at Troy as a player, that, man, this is a
It's just the experience that you have here and the feel that you have, the culture, the family. How everybody welcomes you with open arms. From Coach Blakely to her, to Miss Judy, and to Dr. Hawkins and his wife. And I mean, just to the whole community, that has anything to do with Troy football, with Troy University. Troy State then, and now Troy University at hand. So,
well, I grew up in Goshen, right down the road. But when you're saying that, it's like, I mean, Troy is your home now.
Yes.
It's got to be a pretty special place for Junior Lewis Saint to.
It is.
I kind of like Troy, and now with this, how long have you been with the radio network?
This is actually my third year.
Third year. So you're in your third season.
Third season, yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, whenever we do spring football, do y'all do things spring football as far as?
We do.
We do.
We do.
Okay. And but the your family, have you got a family?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I have two boys, two step boys, and
Okay.
love them to death. I had to actually go to Montgomery one earlier today. He just wanted to get around and go do some stuff.
Right. And I've taught both of those young fellas, and neat kids to be around. And but I want to thank you for coming on the show. We had you scheduled back in August, but
Yes.
I think it was football season was about to hit
Mm-hmm.
pretty tough, pretty quick. And but I called you this afternoon. I said, well, I need one more, but I can make it. But I called you. You were in Montgomery,
Yes,
and you were
sir.
able to swing by. And but it's a pleasure to talk with you. And we got a big game on our hands this week.
Definitely.
No, we got South Alabama,
Mm-hmm.
big rival, and then I don't know the exact order,
Think
but I
it's
think Louisiana,
Yeah.
then Appalachian State,
Yes, sir.
then we finish up with Georgia State.
Yes.
So that's four.
Four games that
four
we're
games.
capable of winning. I've said this the other day to someone that we could easily right now be 7-1 or even 8-0.
Right.
Because
It's
just little simple things at times,
It is.
we missed up on.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, want to thank. Can I ask you what your real name is?
It's Bazelis Louis Saint.
Bazelis
Louis Saint.
Louis Saint. Now, Bazelis, is that a family name?
It is. It's a French. It's my father's name.
Bazelis. That's a neat name, Bazelis.
Yes, sir.
But I'll call you whatever you want me to call you. But anyway, that's a neat name. Well, thank you very much. And
Yes,
ladies
sir.
and gentlemen, I want to thank Bazelis Junior Lewis Saint for being on the show. And we'll be right back with our next guest, Miss Alexis Weeks and Miss Hillary Barron Lee, and some of the senior cheerleaders from Charles High School. We'll be back after these messages.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Attention! Attention! PremierTroy.com. We want your trade. We'll buy your car. Whether you purchase a vehicle from us or not, pre-owned car values are at an all-time high. Trade your car for cash or a newer vehicle. It's your choice. Premier wants your car. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody!
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
Brundage Building Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. PPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
Where should you go to find the best deals on a vehicle? Anywhere, anytime? PremierTroy.com. Shop our huge selection. PremierTroy.com. Pick your next vehicle. Pick your payment. Yes. Shop, save, and buy. PremierTroy.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Welcome back to Good News and Interviews with Forrest Lee. Got a special treat. We have the Charles Henderson High School cheer coaches, along with two of our seniors. We have Miss Alexis Weeks. She's in the middle. And on the end, we have Hillary Barron Lee, recently married to Eric Lee. And in the back, we have Sarah Madison Davis. She's one of our seniors. And Ahmad Bennett. And we're missing one. This is the cheer competition group. We're missing one senior, and her name is?
Cassidy Mizell.
Okay. And we had some good news in Huntsville?
Yes.
What campus, or where was that located?
It was at the Von Braun Center.
At the Von Braun Center. So, Charles Henderson will be going to Disney World, Disneyland, Disney?
Yes, Nationals in Orlando at Disney World.
What time, what day?
February 11th through 13th.
February, okay, great. Well, congratulations. Okay. So on your regular team, through football season, we have, 24. 24. And how many of those 24 are doing cheer competition?
18 are on the competition team.
Okay, well, good. So if you will, let's see if we can see some of the pictures. And Hillary, this is your first year teaching, correct?
It is.
Well, yeah, I taught her.
You did. You coached me.
I've taught both of them. And that's at a football game. That's some of the cheerleaders. Look at those beautiful smiles. And
that was our homecoming game.
Here she is.
That's Lauren. She was our sophomore attendant.
Okay.
And that's Gabby.
Gabby
she was
Gandy.
our freshman attendant. Yeah. There she is again.
And we're fortunate to play at on Veterans Day. Is that so?
That's Allie.
Okay, Allie.
Mm-hmm.
She and Sarah Madison remind me. They look
they
a little bit
favor
like.
each other a little bit. And that was at our competition on Saturday.
Let's hold it there. Can we name them?
Yes.
Left to right.
Okay. On the bottom row we have Taylor Hobby,
okay.
Addie Grace Adler, Lauren Wilkes, Sarah Madison Davis, Elsie Claire Coppage, Abby Barron, Gabby Gandy, and Jade Knowles.
Okay.
And then on the top we have Cassidy Mizell, Alex Brantley, we have Addison Armstrong, Ahmad Bennett, Catherine Branson, Sarah Taylor, Allie Lewis, Evie Kate Lindsay, we have Ariel Frazier, and Mary Hayden West.
Okay, and now Robert,
he got injured.
He got injured. I saw him at the game. I went with Dan Smith Friday night when he did the Chicken Shack.
I was jealous, I saw.
Yeah, and typically when he goes to away games, he'll call me, Forrest, can you go with me to keep the stats? Because he writes for the Troy Messenger, and he takes pictures. So if he's in Mobile or wherever, he has to sit in the car for an hour and a half and write the story and then hop in the car. But when he said Chicken Shack, he had me hooked. And,
you said, I'll go.
So I saw some of them at the half. Well, good. Have we got some more pictures? Let's see. That's it. Okay, we'll flash them again in a minute. Now, your competition, you will be going again to Disney World in February. What are those dates one more time?
February 11th through 13th.
February 11th through 13th.
But this Thursday we go to State in Mobile.
In Mobile. What venue will that be at?
That's at the Mobile Civic Center, and that's our AHSAA, like our state competition.
Okay. And when will y'all leave going to that, Ms. Weeks?
About 6 a.m., nice and early.
That's
Thursday.
And then will y'all actually compete Thursday and Friday?
This Thursday.
This Thursday.
And we'll come back the same day.
Oh, you're going to come back the same day. And you'll know Thursday how well.
Yes. And so then they broke up our state into regions like South, North, and Central, and then they'll select a certain amount of teams to go to state finals in December.
And where would that be?
That will be in Birmingham.
Okay. At probably the Jefferson Civic Center, maybe?
They haven't said for sure yet.
Well, Sarah Madison, you've been cheering now middle school and high school. This is your 6th year, correct?
No, I stopped for 2 years.
Okay, but anyway, you've been doing it for a long time. Now, what are your plans after college, Sarah Madison?
After college?
I'm sorry, after high school.
After high school, Auburn.
I believe I saw something about that. And if you will, mention your parents and your sibling.
Christine David.
Okay.
And Logan David.
Logan, and then Logan's at Auburn, just waiting on you to come. But time you get up there and get settled, she'll probably be tasseling out and graduating, maybe. Ahmad, have you got any plans?
Yes, sir. I'm going to Troy University, and I'm going to be becoming a teacher. And my mom's name is Tamara Bennett. My dad's name is Jeffrey Bennett.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Do either one of y'all plan on trying to go out for cheerleader? You're going to try it? But have you got any idea what you want to major in? No idea.
Not yet.
You want to be a
okay, you'll
teacher?
figure it
What
out.
subject, Ahmad?
History,
History. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. High school, middle school,
elementary.
elementary. Okay, elementary. I like that deep voice. Do you sing? Neither one of y'all sing? You need to sing that deep voice. And, if we had room, I'd let him flip a few times. But anyway,
Do a co-ed set.
yeah, you could. I'm gonna tell. This is a true story. When I was in college, one spring, some of my fraternity brothers were cheerleaders. I said, "Well, I'm gonna."
Signify.
Yeah, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. Well, I went to about one practice, and I couldn't do that right there. I mean, we were just paired with, different people, and the person I was paired with, I'll go ahead and say it, she was probably a bass rather than a flyer, and my shoulders still bother me today, but anyway. No, really, I said, this is not for me, but anyway, that's a true story, and but that was my experience with cheerleading. But I love cheerleaders. Of course, Abby did it for a long time. Well,
I cheered with Abby.
That is, when you were a senior, Abby was.
I think she's a sophomore.
A sophomore.
When I was a senior, yeah.
Okay. Now.
She was my bass for a little while.
Well, Hillary, let me ask you about what are you teaching, and let's talk about your family.
Oh, good. Okay. I teach 11th grade history, and then I also teach AP United States history. So I have 10th and 11th graders. And fun fact, I teach my brother in one of my classes, in my honors history class. He's in 11th grade. And when he heard I got the job, he was like, do you really have to teach that grade? And I was like, Morgan, I mean, they gave me the job. I can't say no.
Yeah.
Like, I can't choose. And so he was really upset at first, but it's been fun.
And your parents are?
My parents are Danny and Jackie Barron.
Okay. And let's talk about your husband.
Okay. My husband is Eric Lee. We got married in August, the weekend before school started.
Okay.
And so we've been married, what's that, like 2.5 months?
Something like that.
Yeah. And we have a dog.
Mm-hmm. Well, Alexis, you were on the show earlier in the year, and we featured, your cheerleaders and all, or, Charles Citizens cheerleaders. And at that time, you were pregnant, but we have a baby. Now, tell us about the baby.
So my baby is a boy. His name is Lincoln Weeks, and he is 3 months old now.
Now, where did y'all pick the name Lincoln from?
I just liked it because I didn't know anyone named that, and I just thought it was kind of different. So.
Okay. Now, your husband, tell us about your husband and how y'all met.
So my husband coaches football at Troy University, and we actually met in college. So we both went to the University of Southern Mississippi.
Okay.
And we went there for 3 years, and finally our third year we had a class together, and that's how we met.
Okay. And Southern Miss now will be in our conference.
But
when I knew of you, and I think I'd met you before, a few months before you remodeled a home. Y'all bought a home and remodeled it. I had some friends that were putting up your fence, Joe Sims Fencing, and
great fencing.
And I said, "What do y'all do?" They said, "Well, this lady's remodeling her house." So I went in there and spoke to you for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But when you came on the show, you were pregnant, and then I think I saw on Facebook or Instagram you did some kind of cartwheel or move, and I said, "She's pregnant! I can't believe you did a split or something."
I did a kick into a split.
I said, "Whoa!" And the baby probably was born
that night.
Really? You're kidding? Well, anyway, I thought it was, I couldn't believe it. But anyway, so let's take a quick commercial break. Give everybody a break. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some more of Charles Henderson High School cheerleaders and their upcoming trip to Mobile, and then hopefully later on in Birmingham, and then later on in Florida. We'll be right back after these messages.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Attention! Attention! PremierTroy.com. We want your trade. We'll buy your car. Whether you purchase a vehicle from us or not. Pre-owned car values are at an all-time high. Trade your car for cash or a newer vehicle. It's your choice. Premier wants your car. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody!
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
Brundage Building Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. PPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
Where should you go to find the best deals on a vehicle? Anywhere, anytime? PremierTroy.com. Shop our huge selection. PremierTroy.com. Pick your next vehicle. Pick your payment. Yes. Shop, save, and buy. PremierTroy.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with good news and interviews with Forrest Tree Lee. On the set, we have Miss Hillary Barron Lee, Miss Alexis Weeks, we have Ahmad Bennett, and we have Sarah Madison Davis. They just received good news. They've received an invitation to go to Disney World to the National Championships in February. But this Thursday, they'll be loading the bus, and they will be going to Mobile for the state regional competition, and hopefully we'll do good there. And then the next step will be in December at the state championships in Birmingham. But one thing at a time. But I'm so proud of Ahmad and Sarah Madison Davis. They've beautiful smiles, and I was going to ask them a couple of questions. I'll start with Ahmad. You've attended Troy City Schools all your life.
Yes,
I want you to name some teachers or principals or counselors or someone that's made an impact on Ahmad Bennett.
Miss Lisa Basin, she's our principal at Charleston High School. Miss Patel, she was
A little bit louder because you got to speak into this. Mrs. Faison and Mrs. Patel.
And Coach Alexis.
Okay, Mrs. Wilson.
Aww.
Yeah. Now, Mrs. Patel, what does she teach, Ahmad?
She taught me AP biology.
Okay. Now, what has motivated you to be a teacher?
Because like when I was little, I used to play school in the living room every day, all night. It's hard to be here, and I just play for something to do.
And you want to be a history teacher?
Yes, sir.
Okay. At the elementary level, you think?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, good. All right, Sarah Madison, some of your impactful teachers or administrators that you've had since you've been at Troy City Schools?
Miss Johnson taught me Spanish in middle school and high school.
Is that Carla?
Yes.
Miss Carla Johnson.
And she taught me for 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
And she really pushed me.
She pushed you. All right. What about now? Have you got what's your favorite thing about going to school? There's got to be something.
Don't you take Miss Rice's class?
Yeah.
Ms. Rice?
I really like art at the high school.
Oh,
I'm not
oh.
in it now,
Now,
but
who-
Miss Walden.
Ms. Walden
our
art.
teacher.
Did you have art at the middle school? Either one of y'all? Who did you have at the middle school?
Miss Sullivan.
Mrs. Sullivan. Okay. On Friday night football, Friday nights, of course we do basketball. How do y'all do basketball season with your cheerleaders?
So they'll all do every game, home games.
Everybody will do all
Yes.
home games.
Last year we split up half and half because of COVID, but this year we're doing
Okay.
everyone.
Now, when we play an away region game, do they go to those? Or
Yes.
Just, okay. Well, if it's a region game, and then if it's playoffs and all that. And when will basketball season actually start? It's right around the corner. You
Next
know,
week,
Varsity starts next
next
week.
Friday.
So I want to have the coaches on one night and talk about Trojan basketball. Ahmad, Friday night football games, or when you go on Thursday nights, what are some things that you enjoy about that atmosphere and being around 23 total, 22 other cheerleaders?
I enjoy showing school spirit, and they motivate me to keep going. And I just enjoy being with my children, family.
Do we have a captain and a co-captain? Who's our captain?
We do. So Sarah Madison and Cassidy are our captains, and Ahmad is actually our team bonding leader
Okay.
as well. And then Elsie Claire Coppage and Taylor Hobby are our co-captains.
Okay, well, good. So you've got younger kids that are in the ranks that next year. Now, how many? We have 3 seniors. Total seniors of all 23. How many?
Total, we have 7.
7. And then, so coming back, we have 16 coming back. 16 eligible to come back. If they
We
23
should
minus 7.
24 minus
Oh, it could be 17.
7. Yeah.
Now, tryouts. Typically, when do y'all have tryouts?
Around March.
Okay. What are some things, Sarah Madison, that y'all have done for core? Do y'all have when y'all go to, where did y'all go to summer camp? Did y'all go to cheerleader camp? To Auburn.
Sure.
And how many days did that take place?
4 days.
4 days?
4 days.
So, what are some things, what's a typical day at a cheerleader camp? What time do you get up? You eat breakfast?
Get up
What's
at
it?
like 6 o'clock and eat breakfast. Well, when we used to go, we would have to walk to eat breakfast. But this year they delivered our breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we would eat breakfast and then be at the gym by like 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And then you're there working until lunch. And you go eat lunch around.
Did they bring y'all lunch or did y'all go get
You
it?
go to the
You go
cafeteria.
to
Yeah, we went to the Auburn
cafeteria.
cafeteria.
Okay. Was that pretty good food?
Yeah,
Did I-
it's okay.
It's okay.
And then after that, you had a little bit of time to settle. When did you start? Then you went back
No,
to
we
the
went
gym?
right back.
You go straight
You
back.
Straight
Okay.
back.
It's
until
all
about
day.
8 that night, and then
Then you have
Yeah.
supper, or do you?
You get a dinner break,
you
and then you go
dinner,
back
and
again.
then go
Okay.
back again.
So what time would be dinner break? Because I'm all about breaks.
About
5.
5.
Oh, our cheerleaders are
Then
all
you
about
go
some
right
breaks,
back
too.
to the cafeteria?
Yeah.
And then after that, you went back to the gym till about 8. Then after that, you go back and kind of clean up and just,
And then we practice.
We practice
What
after
is it?
class.
Well, because you compete the last day, so you've got to
Oh.
they teach you the material at camp, and
okay.
then you've got to take it and make it your own and compete, and so then you've got to go back and practice.
Excuse me. So on that kind of atmosphere, when you go to Auburn, for example, what different divisions or what different routines do y'all learn and compete in? Like, is it? I know sidelines one. What all?
So there's game day,
Game day.
at camp,
Okay.
and then traditional.
Okay.
So game day is more like a cheer, a sideline, and then a little band dance. And then traditional is more like a pyramid, lots of stunting with a dance.
Okay. And then the parents can go the last day during the
Yes.
For the
final.
competition.
Yeah, we've been to.
And they racked up on several first place trophies
At camp.
in Auburn.
Well, that's great. And now, do y'all? Let me ask this: home games, do y'all wear a certain color? Then away, you wear a different color.
Well, we have 3 uniforms,
Okay.
orange, blue, and white, and we just switch them up.
Okay. Now, this year, fundraising. What are some things now with all this coming up? Are there some fundraising things that are coming that our audience can be aware of to help the program?
So we just keep a lookout because we will be doing fundraising. Nationals is very expensive. It could cost up to $1,000 a person,
Right.
which they're probably dropping their jaws because they probably didn't even know that. But we don't have the final numbers yet, but it could cost up to that much. And so we're going to have to do some serious fundraising for sure.
Right. Well, anything that when y'all figure out what you're going to do, if y'all can send that information, that we will promote it here, and come back and we'll. If you could just get us a flyer that we can show throughout the show, we'll be glad to do that because I'm a cheerleader dad, and
Yes, sir.
That'd be great. Thank you.
and I married a cheerleader from Manchester, Georgia. Her name's Jody Fowler, but when she was in high school, she was a sophomore, and in Manchester, Georgia, it's in Meriwether County. There was a Mathis guy that played pro football for the Jets. Well, there was also another player named Joe Namath that played for the Jets. When she was a sophomore at her high school football banquet, Joe Namath spoke at her football banquet.
Oh, cool.
Because he's a big-time pro football player, played at Alabama. I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer, but everybody knows Joe. I called him Joe Willie White Shoes because he was the first player to wear white shoes in the NFL.
Oh.
And I had black shoes, so I got some. I had mother buy me some shoe polish, so I painted my shoes white with some shoe polish. I sure did. Forrest Lee had white shoes in junior high football, Pee Wee too. But anyway, well, thanks again for coming. And Ahmad, I want to wish you the best of luck as you go to Troy University next year. You got senior that y'all are having. I hope senior year goes well because it's kind of been a glitch for people in the past.
Yeah.
And the things that y'all are looking forward to the most, your senior year, are what events?
Graduation, prom,
And just having fun. You're on the second semester. You're about to be at second semester, but you're having a good year as far as cheerleading goes. 24. During the season. Regular season, now we're down to 8, not down to 18, but we got 18 competition. That's a big number. So y'all will compete as a large squad. Is that how they break it down?
Well, believe it or not, at our last competition, we were considered small varsity. But at a normal competition, we're more like medium.
Okay. Well, Sarah Madison, I'll say War Eagle. What time? Well, I'm a tie fine, but War Eagle. But I think it's going to come down between Auburn and Alabama playing Georgia.
You think?
I think Auburn, Alabama, whoever wins that game will go play Georgia
Play Georgia for the national championship?
for the SEC.
Oh, the SEC.
Okay.
Or or both.
Never know. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Mrs. Weeks for coming on the show and Mrs. Lee and Ahmad and Miss Sarah Madison, and we'll be back after these messages.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Attention! Attention! PremierTroy.com. We want your trade. We'll buy your car. Whether you purchase a vehicle from us or not. Pre-owned car values are at an all-time high. Trade your car for cash or a newer vehicle. It's your choice. Premier wants your car. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody!
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
Brundage Building Supply and Paint Center at Jackson Hardware. 120 years and counting of real customer service with a smile and a heartfelt thank you for visiting with us. PPE, lumber, paint, building supply and roofing, guns, ammunition, American-made items, and oh, by the way, hardware.
Where should you go to find the best deals on a vehicle? Anywhere, anytime? PremierTroy.com. Shop our huge selection. PremierTroy.com. Pick your next vehicle. Pick your payment. Yes. Shop, save, and buy. PremierTroy.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to wrap up the show real quick. I want to thank Aberley Photography for being a sponsor. Lenny Trawick. I saw Lenny and Tyler Harrison at Abercrombie's Fish Camp this past Saturday night. It's located in Clayton. It's a beautiful venue. They have fabulous food. But I recommend going to Abercrombie's Fish Camp in Clayton. And Lenny Trawick and Tyler Harrison were singing there. I want to thank Home Gallery, David and Sherry Helms, located on Love Street, the Brundage Country Club. They're located in Brundage, Alabama. You can call them at 735-3680. Sticky Frogs, see Jennifer for all your signs and sticker needs. I want to thank Brian Smith of State Farm Insurance, Steve and Jennifer Garrett of Piggly Wiggly. They have two locations, one on South Brundage Street, North 3-Knot Street, and one on 231. Of course, the Chicken Shack of Luverne, Alabama, 335-6566. I want to thank Billy Ann and Kevin Flowers. They'll put flowers in your yard. Again, Signature Hair Designs, Miss Shirley Ellis, and Casey and all the girls. You can call her at 566-7311. Of course, Brian McDaniels at Jackson Hardware in downtown Brundage. His number is 735-2773. And Miss Pretty Patel, she's the owner of the Pizza Palace, located in 112 Main Street in Brundage. And Mr. Greg Meeks of Meeks Termite at 566-1222. And Dan Fraley, Fraley Frames, they have two locations, one here in Troy and one in Enterprise. I want to mention some upcoming events. First of all, the Johnson Center for the Arts. Next week, we plan on having Miss Jennifer Sin and Miss Brenda Campbell and hopefully Dave Barnes. They will come on behalf of the Johnson Center for the Arts. On December the 2nd, they're going to have a cocktail hour and holiday shopping at the JCA from 6 to 7. And from 7 to 10, they will have a band called the Blues Factor Band. and they're scheduling a trip on December the 9th to Birmingham. There it is on the screen. They're going to charter a bus, and they're going to go see the Van Gogh Emerson experience at the Birmingham Jefferson Civic Center there in Birmingham. You can get all the details there. Also, I'd like to mention we have another, see if I can pull this up. The downtown Troy is having, I got this information from Miss Leanne Wyndham. Here are the events scheduled for downtown Troy, the holiday events. On November the 20th on a Saturday, they're going to have open house, an art project. They're going to have pictures with Santa and a train. That's on November the 20th. Then on the 21st, they're going to have an open house, pictures with Santa again, and a Christmas puppet theater, and also a train. Then Friday, November the 26th, after Thanksgiving, they'll have Black Friday sales in downtown Troy. Then on Saturday, it'll be Small Business Saturday in Troy, Alabama. In December, on the 3rd of December, Sips, Shop, and Dine event, Ladies Night, is December the 3rd. Then on Saturday is Holiday Market in downtown Troy, big event. Our Christmas Parade in Troy is December the 6th, starting at 7 o'clock, Monday, December the 6th. On Saturday, December the 11th, pictures from Santa, train rides, and another Christmas art project with Christy Drinkwater will be in downtown Troy. And then that Sunday, the 19th day of December, will be last minute Christmas event, and they'll have Christmas carols with Sheila and friends. And you can contact downtown Troy for more information about that. Again, next week, on November the 8th, we have Day Barnes, Jennifer Sin, and Brenda Campbell with the Johnson Art Center here in Troy, talking about their upcoming events. And we got Aaron and Shanna Taylor, and hopefully their son Colt. They have Christmas in Ansley now each year, and they'll be on the show with pictures and information about Christmas in Ansley. It's just right down the road, beautiful scenery, a wonderful experience and all that. And ladies and gentlemen, the following week, I want to mention this. Don Abercrombie of the Fish Camp there in Abercrombie's Fish Camp in Clayton, he's coming on the show. He's going to talk about his restaurant. He's going to talk about some new kind of beef products that they're going to be sponsoring. It's all American beef, chicken, seafood. He's going to be talking about those things. He has a hunting camp, for those people who like to hunt. Deer season with the guns opens up in a couple of weeks, and he has small cabins that you can rent if you have leasing land to hunt on. He's going to promote that as well. I want to thank Junior Lewis Saint for being on the show, and of course Ms. Lee and Ms. Weeks and the Charles Hudson cheerleaders for being on the show tonight as well. A couple of things. I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and I've got a couple of favorite songs. I kind of did a little bit of Junior Brown's Highway Patrol, but anytime I put on a hat, this is my hat from a good friend of ours, Kara Carter Hussey and Donnie gave me this big old cowboy hat, and they gave me a garden hat too. And of course, I like singing the Blues Brothers, and one day I may break out with a Blues Brothers song. Rollin', 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 keep them doggies rollin', rawhide, rain and wind and weather. And I'm going to finish with this one. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you, keep smiling until then. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see this show again Wednesday nights. The replays Wednesday nights from 9 to 10 o'clock at night. And you can find us on Facebook and YouTube. Go to Troy Cable Productions and look for good news and interviews with Forrest Tree Lee. We'll see you next Monday.